from Hollywood and the four corners of the world. You asked for it. Starring Rich Little. Here's the star of You Asked For It, Rich Little.
Thank you, and welcome to the only show on television that goes anywhere in the world to bring you anything because you asked for it. Tonight, man and pig ham it up together in the wackiest race on wheels. A hair-raising landing on the world's smallest airport. Female bodyguards who protect men, and much, much more. But first, this question. What do you get when you cross a pig with a Model T Ford? Well, Jack Smith is going to help us find out. Because Janice Lake of Tillamook, Oregon, says that in her town, pigs and Fords get together once a year for the wildest race you've ever seen. Well, Janice, you asked for it.
Rich, we're at the fairgrounds in Tillamook, Oregon, a town that takes its automobile racing seriously. The cars used are ancient vintage Model T Fords, which require hand cranking to be started.
They ought to run all right now, Bubby. Had to put another fan belt on here to make it.
Yeah, the same thing.
These drivers are preparing for a unique race which has been the highlight of the county fair since 1925. What makes this race special is that every entry has to carry a pig as a passenger. Now, the average pig would rather be rolling in the mud, so it's only natural that they try to hightail it for open country when they get a chance. 5 cars race in each heat. The winner will be declared the Pig and Ford Champion of the World.
No fight, no argument. Don't run over each other.
And leave my pig alone.
Don't steal each other's pig.
The rules of this race are fairly simple. The cars are lined up with their motors off. The racers sprint to the pens, grab a pig under one arm, and start their cars. They drive once around the track, clutching their pigs until they reach the starting line. Then they park and exchange the first pig for the second one. And with this new pig, the racer cranks up his car and takes off to circle the course again. Sometimes things get a little bumpy when you trade one pig for another. Remember, each pig weighs between 50 and 60 pounds, which means that a successful contestant must be one thoroughly experienced in the ancient art of one-arm driving. The first driver to drop off the final pig is judged the winner. And today's winner is Ken Sallow, who can bask in his moment of triumph as the new Pig and Ford Champion of the World. We saw this epic in auto racing history because, Janine Lake, you asked for it.
Oh, this is Miss Piggy. I got my start in that contest, you know, but not like that. I had a chauffeur-driven Rolls Royce, and I got to keep the prize money. After all, shouldn't the star get to bring home the bacon?
We'll be coming right back with Filthy Lucre that isn't filthy anymore. The man who washes money. We'll be back.
And now back to Rich Little.
Gee, imagine letting $500,000 slip through your fingers every year. Well, there's a man who's been doing that for a very long time, and he enjoys it. He's the official coin washer for the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. Desiree Goyette has the story because Doreen Ahern of Stone Ridge, New York, you asked for it.
Meet Arnold Batliner, operator of the hotel's money laundry. Arnold's completely legal operation washes and polishes every coin to circulate through the hotel. He uses a 50-year-old silver polishing machine. To 4,000 quarters, Arnold adds buckshot, White King silver polish, and hot water. This tradition began over 45 years ago when silver dollars were more common than greenbacks in the western states. The management felt the elegant ladies visiting the hotel just might soil their white gloves on the dirty coins. And so the money laundry was created. After the quarters spend 1.5 hours in the polisher, they're rinsed off and checked. Though our coins are no longer silver, these quarters sparkle like they came directly from the mint. Next, Arnold separates the buckshot from the coins. He's 77 years old, born the same year as the hotel was built, and he's been laundering money for 20 years. This is the only operation of its kind in the world, and the only time a coin is cleaned after it's minted. Arnold's unique job gives him a special satisfaction.
I enjoy it. Well, I enjoy it because I can't keep much anymore.
Before being packaged, the coins are dried under heat lamps. About $500,000 gets spread on this table each year. You might think it's a coin collector's dream, but Arnold disagrees.
In 20 years, I found 2 coins. One a 1903 Indian halfpenny and a 1907 nickel.
But Arnold's coins are prizes in themselves. Tourists buy them by the roll as souvenirs. Arnold does the packaging himself, and then the coins are sent to every cash register in the hotel. Shiny money is a trademark of this great hotel. Every cab driver in town knows where you're staying when you give him a handful of sparkling coins. So here's a toast to elegance and tradition and to shiny polished money, the work of Arnold Batliner, because you asked for it.
This is Richard Nixon. And I have to say that I tried to tell them about this during the Watergate scandal. I said, what's all this fuss about? I mean, people launder money all the time. Well, when it comes to keeping valuable things clean, there's nobody like Jack Smith. Here he is with one of those gleaming goodies from the past. Jack?
Rich, of all the amazing things that we showed back in the 50s, I don't think anything compared to our filming of an airplane landing on the world's smallest airport. Back in 1954, Lester and Arnold Cole had an air circus act that was second to none. And the highlight of their show was a sensational pinpoint landing on a platform measuring only 8 feet by 8 feet. And there were no tricks involved. Just watch.
Lester Cole pilots the plane, and his brother Arnold drives the airport-rigged car. This is a feat that calls for perfect coordination between pilot and driver. Both must have the feel of the aircraft, sensing the exact speed that will allow it to settle safely onto the tiny area atop the car. The plane's now over the runway. Unexpected turbulence or bumpy air could drop that plane down onto the car with a force that could easily prove fatal for both pilot and driver. Hang on now, here's the attempted landing. He's touched down, but he's got to hold it there. Now he must ease forward and drop into the well at the forward end of the airport. This could be the most important and hazardous moment of all. And he's in. Now both driver and pilot must reduce their throttle to allow the tail to settle back. Landing a plane on this Lilliputian runway is not all. Can you take off from the world's smallest airport? Indeed you can.
Jack, that was amazing. But what can you do to top that?
Well, they had a plan for a 747 to take off from a postage stamp.
Postage stamp. Did it work? Did they get the plane in the air?
No, but the price of the stamp went up instead.
Up and up. And you were right. We'll be right back with a story of a man who's going bananas. A very appealing story right after this.
And now back to Rich Little.
Bananas. They're great to eat. But we'll show you a guy who's gone bananas. He eats, sleeps, talks, and thinks bananas all day long. In Altadena, California, Desiree Goguette looked into this craze because E. Wayne Smith of Key West, Florida, you asked for it.
If you think you're going bananas, Rich, join the club. The International Banana Club, that is, where going bananas is not only accepted, it's encouraged. This is the top banana of banana buffs, Ken Bannister. Ken is the president and founder of the Banana Club and curator of the Banana Museum here in Altadena, California.
Banana pot holders, buttons, booklets. I love it.
There are more than 10,000 items in this storefront museum donated by Banana Club members from all over the world. Anything that looks, acts, appears, reads, or smells like a banana is accepted at the museum.
A little lady from Pasadena made this sequence banana.
Must be a Hollywood banana.
Yeah, you bet. Little old lady from Hollywood. A little banana harmonica.
How does that play? Let's see.
Try it out. This is worth about 40 banana merits, I think. Watch carefully. There's one. There's two. There's three.
Oh, I
All from
love
one.
it.
Isn't that
3 of them.
cute little hand of bananas. One of the most unique items in the Banana Museum is the petrified banana, which was in a young lady's closet for 6 years, and it's been here at the museum 5 years, so it's an 11-year-old petrified banana, as hard as a rock. We're doing this really and truly to keep people's spirits up. And we do that by giving people banana merits and working toward 2 degrees in bananistry. Anybody can become one of the bunch.
If this sounds a little crazy, it's supposed to. Ken's philosophy from the day he started the club 12 years ago is to make people smile, and he succeeded.
The world is ready and needs something like this, I think, because it's positive, it's clean, there are no rules or regulations. You don't have to do anything except try to make other people smile. That's beautiful.
The museum is always closed, but is open by appointment to members and friends of members. Ken says it costs $2 to be a member, but it doesn't cost a thing to be a friend. Even Ken isn't sure how big the club is now, but he circulates his newsletter to 6,132 people to keep them up on any banana business. I really would like to join the club, and so all day long I've been practicing a special tune on your banana flute. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go.
Fantastic, Desiree. In fact, now you've got enough banana merits for your doctorate of bananistry degree.
My doctorate?
You bet.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you very much, Ken.
Wattis.
And thank you, E. Wayne Smith, because you asked for it.
Hey, new impression. You want to see a banana split? Oh, I'm sorry. Fellas, the next time you see a pretty girl in slacks, don't whistle. She may be one of the new breed of trained female bodyguards. They're armed and dangerous. But your body is in good hands when you've got one of these women on your side. Leigh Erickson checked them out in New York City because Janet Minch of Elsinore, California, you asked for it.
Today, these women are shooting at paper targets. Tomorrow, those targets could be potential assassins or kidnappers shooting back. This isn't make-believe, Rich. These are real bodyguards practicing skills that are necessary to keep themselves and their clients alive. These 3 women, using the fictitious names of Lee, Terry, and Kay, are employees of New York City's Holmes Detective Bureau. They are all either off-duty or retired law enforcement officers and trained in much more than how to use a gun with deadly results. Wearing sunglasses in order to preserve their undercover identities on camera, the women often refresh themselves in basic self-defense maneuvers. Their job is to protect some of the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world: corporate executives, celebrities, and political strongmen. People who have reason to fear for their lives. For rates ranging from $20 to $75 an hour, depending on the danger level, a woman bodyguard can pose as a wife, girlfriend, or secretary and never be suspected. For example, can you spot the bodyguard in this street scene? If you can't, that means she's doing her job well. The whole point of being a professional bodyguard is to blend in. Always working in pairs, here Terry acts the role of a secretary, while Kay discreetly trails behind. Just 2 things are expected from the client. First, they must heed the specific orders of their bodyguard. Secondly, they are urged to wear a bulletproof vest. This particular one is made from a DuPont material called Kevlar, a lightweight, bullet-resistant substance. Interestingly enough, it was manufactured originally for use on airplane wings in order to deflect machine gun fire. They may be confident, but their attractiveness makes them look like easy prey. Just how good are they when the going gets rough and lives are in danger? To answer that question, we've set up a demonstration of a typical situation that might be encountered.
Come on, let's go.
This isn't exactly like Charlie's Angels because the dangers are real. If a bodyguard acts too quickly, she and her client could be dead. If she acts too slowly, the results could be just as disastrous. Good judgment, timing, and the ability to handle the unexpected are all required. Janice L. Minch of Elsinore, California, you asked for it.
This is Groucho Marx. This is my kind of work. I can think of a lot of bodies I'd like to guard.
Rich will be back in a moment with more. And now back to Rich Little.
That's our show for tonight. See you next time on... Good night, everybody.
This is John Harlan speaking. You Asked For It is a Sandy Frank production.